Hey there, Devonshire. How are you? This is Gabriel Lamette, and I'm really happy that you tuned in for this episode of Biz Spotlight because I've got something for us this time I think that you guys are going to really get into because at the end of the day, everybody loves food. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what type of food you like. Everybody's got to like food at the end of the day. So this is going to make this episode extremely great. So I've got some gentlemen here joining me for this, and let's go ahead and have you guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Keon with Sweet Red BBQ.
Bruce with Sweet Red BBQ.
I'm Brandon with Sweet Red BBQ.
They with Sweet Red BBQ, y'all. What we're going to do is talk a bit more about what these guys do because I had the honor, I'll say that, of being able to work alongside these guys at our grill off event. I know a lot of you guys saw their beautiful truck that they had out there, and boy was that line cracking. I'm telling you, by the time I finally got over there to get something for my wife, they had like a couple of ribs and some, I think like peach cobbler or something like that. Like it was not a lot they had left because people hammered their trucks. So I want you guys to tell me a little bit more about what you guys do and how did you guys get started?
Well, we got started, during the COVID season where everybody was basically stuck at home. So we came up with the idea of if they can't go out, we'll take it to them. So we came up with the idea of getting into the food trailer business where people come get their food and then take it back to their own residence. That's how we got started.
Wow. Now, one thing that they had shared with me, which was pretty interesting, was they had a really neat way of figuring out what they were going to provide as far as food service is concerned. Tell us a little bit about how that happened.
Well, like he was saying earlier, that his brother name is Sweet, and my mother's grandmother name is Red, and they just put those names together and became Sweet Red BBQ. And I've been all my life grilling, and I thought I was the grill master of the family. So we all came together and we were like, we might as well do it. And everything we got is organic, from the rubs to the sauce. Everything is homemade,
Wow.
And so we started out that weekend as, okay, how we get started? So we had a little competition between three. And so he won out on the ribs, he won out on the brisket, and me and my wife won out on the sides. So that's how we developed our menu, and as time progressed, we just got better at what we was doing. So Sweet Red BBQ.
Wow. So now I heard ribs and I heard brisket. So what all do you guys actually offer as far as your dishes? And what would you say would be the biggest seller for you guys? Like the one that people are like, man, I got to get some of that. That's my favorite. So tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, there's a couple of them. Of course, we got the brisket, famous brisket. We normally smoke between 16 and 18 hours.
Wow.
Depending on the size of the brisket itself. Ribs, of course. Turkey legs.
Oh, wow.
Like your steak turkey legs.
Yeah, which we also do the stuffed turkey legs that he came up with.
Right.
Stuffed turkey legs?
Stuffed turkey legs, which has become a big seller.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, well, we normally stuff it with mac and cheese. Some people like baked beans on it as well, our famous baked beans. A little bit of bacon bits and stuff like that. And it's been selling pretty good. Also, brisket nachos.
The brisket nacho is going up the chart.
Right.
The brisket nacho is going up the chart.
Wow. That's crazy.
We sold a lot of them at the grill off here.
Really?
That was one of the number one sellers.
The brisket nacho was the number one seller here at that grill off.
Wow.
I mean, in an hour and 40 minutes, it was gone.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's why you couldn't get anything.
The mystery has been solved. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Wow. Well, I think that's amazing. I mean, you guys are bringing definitely a big level of deliciousness to barbecue. You guys are able to do that within the community here, which is really great. I love hearing the fact that this is a family-owned business, you know, and you guys are carrying traditions that will allow those traditions to stay alive forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's something that's well worth supporting and acknowledging, and just being able to pull these things together. Now, one of the things that you guys did say was, okay, you guys have the food truck, but can you guys provide like catering and things like that for events, or is it just strictly the truck? How does that work?
Yes, we have 3 levels of service that Sweet Red provide.
Okay.
When it comes to catering. If you have a big event like we did a Sweet 16 event for a client where we go and set up for them. We also have where you could cater for X amount of people, come get it, or we can bring it to you.
Right.
Or if you're doing a family reunion in the park, we can bring the food trailer there set up for you, so you don't have to worry about the food aspect of your gathering.
Wow. Wow. So practically what they're saying is whatever you got going on, they can make sure they hook it up. Right. That's incredible. And that's what you want. You want convenience and you want great food. And these guys are bringing that. So now one thing that I do want us to just reflect on, I would say as a last thing, because you guys kind of mentioned this when we were kind of going through our pre-notes, was that you guys are working with something called King's Kids that you guys are working on right now. So tell us a little bit about that.
It's just like a nonprofit organization where we give back to the community and to the less fortunate. Kids or, parents that, not making as much money and stuff, like during the summer when the kids are normally provided lunch through school, where they can't have, lunch for the summer, we provide that for them as well. And we just like to give back, That's one thing that we stick to with Sweet Red, is giving back. In any barbecue business or company, we're blowing them out of the water with that.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that we believe in. That's just installed in us.
Yeah.
It's giving back.
And it's giving back because of the name, Sweet and Red. His brother, my great-grandmother, both were very generous people.
Wow.
They gave their last. They would give you the shirt off their backs, and that's been instilled in us as a family. So we almost feel obligated, like that's what we have to do, is to give back to the community, give as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, that's an incredible thing, and I tell you, if they're looking to give in any kind of way they can, and they're also going to look to give you a full stomach and make sure you feel good to go with that. So it kind of all comes together. So I just want to tell all the 3 of you guys, thank you guys for being willing to do this interview, and I'm really happy that you guys are here. Devonshire, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have all of their contact information at the end of this video, so then you can go ahead and get Sweet Red right there to you, and for your next event, whatever you have going on, to go ahead and hook up some really great food that everyone is going to enjoy. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.